What's up, everybody? It's Bill from High Volume Games, and welcome to the next episode of The Pod here on the channel. Today, we are talking about NASCAR Arcade Rush from Game Mill Entertainment. And this is a video we've had on the schedule for a bit. Most of the videos, I'm kind of just trying to make up stuff. This one, we knew it was going to happen because I have been looking forward to this since the trailer came out a few months ago. So basically, to give you a little history lesson as we go into the video, I'm going to turn the video on, minimize me, and we'll start talking. But I'll give you a little history lesson as we do that. Okay, so for those of you who haven't been, part of the NASCAR gaming community, we haven't had a good luck with games recently. At one point, Motorsport Games picked up the license for NASCAR games, and they were going to come out with NASCAR 21 Ignition, and they went really hyped about it. Kept really social media, blast, giving us lots of pictures and lots of updates and stuff like this, and it was going to be amazing. They really got the hype up for the game, and it turned out to be not good. The look of the game was good, but the gameplay itself was atrocious. It was really tough. Like, literally at some points, if you hit a certain spot on the track, you would slow down immediately. Some tracks were undrivable, like road courses. It was not good. And so they would tell us, we're going to get this maybe next year, or we're going to be delayed. And recently, it's been announced that they're going to stop making NASCAR games, and their license is going to go to somebody else. But because they have the license now, nobody can make a game other than them for NASCAR, because they own the licenses to all the drivers, the tracks, the sponsors, stuff like that. So, it's not looking good anytime soon for us NASCAR racing fans. So at some point 2 months ago, we got a trailer, or an update and a trailer for NASCAR Arcade Rush. It was going to be from Game Mill Entertainment, who, the reason I know them is because of Cobra Kai, the video game, which I enjoy very much. And I was like, okay, it wasn't going to be anything that we were going to call a NASCAR simulation game. It is Arcade Rush. It wasn't going to have real drivers. It wasn't going to have tracks, but that's okay. We've had games in the past that have had an arcade feel with NASCAR. And it's okay. I was still looking forward to it. And so we get to yesterday, the September 15th, and I downloaded the Switch version, and I picked up the PC version as well, so that I could get this. I could give you some footage, and then I could have something for at home and on the go. So this right here is us racing California. Basically, when you start out the game, you have 3 cars, basically loosely based off of like Chevy, Ford, and Toyota, and then 4 drivers. One is a regular driver, one is wearing a unicorn a helmet and stuff, and so you have 4 drivers and 3 cars, and then you have all this unlockable stuff, and all the unlockable stuff kind of reminds me of Fall Guys, where the more levels you go up, the more you'll get something. You'll either get a new car, or you'll get, the cars are based off of like past history of NASCAR. You'll get new smoke for your nitro. You'll get new uniforms. You'll get new paint schemes. There's all sorts of little things that you get throughout, and I like that. I like that we're building for something. And you then go race the tracks. They have time lapse. They have quick race, and they have this chase for you know, the championship, which is basically a bunch of, 4 race, seasons, but kind of like a Mario Kart, where every, group is 4 races, and that's cool. A lot of the tracks I like. Um, they're themed well. Um, Obviously, this is supposed to be California, so you've got the Hollywood sign slash NASCAR sign. Um, and I like that each race, the track sort of looks for a little bit, for a short bit of this, very similar to previous like NASCAR arcade games. They try to make the the start finish line look a little bit like uh, the track that it's representing. So here you've got the wide 4 or 5 lane road. Daytona's got the high bank turn. You know, and so I like the track design. Um, they're inventive. They're not the most out of this world courses we've ever seen in an arcade game, but they're good. I enjoy them. Let's talk about boosts since you see me boosting now. There's 3 color boosts in this game. There's blue, gold, and purple. Blue is going to be just a short burst, and that's it. Yellow, now you have a boost, or yellow, gold, whatever you want to call it. You have your own boost which you use by hitting A, or circle or X on a PlayStation controller. And once you get that boost, but that's going to drain. So these gold bars that you have on the course will add a little boost to you. Not much, so don't use them all thinking, oh, I'm going to hit this one bar and be replenished, because it's not. It's only going to probably give you like a second. And then there's the purple zones. Purple are very much like blue, except they're a little faster, and they're usually in a weird location. So, like, I think in this course, it's on the inside of the turn, so you gotta kind of dive bomb to get in there. But those are the 3 boosts that you can get. If say you run out of your boost, you can go into the pits. Now, what the pits are going to do is it's going to slow you down, but it's going to fill up your boost completely. So I noticed in rookie mode, they don't use boost a lot, so they don't ever go into the pits. So what's going to happen is you're going to dive bomb into the pits. They're going to stay out. So they're going to get ahead of you because you've slowed down to go to the pits. And then you're going to come out and have a full boost. Now, it's okay in rookie because, again, there's a bit of rubber banding in this game. Well, there's a lot of rubber banding in this game, but rubber banding is kind of common in arcade games. So rubber banding being, if you are way back, everybody's going to kind of basically let you catch up to them. If you're way ahead, they're going to run like a bat out of hell to catch up to you. If you're rubber banding, or with the rubber banding, if say they get ahead of you when you're coming out of the pits in rookie mode, don't worry, you'll be right up to them, and then you'll have a full boost. So the in the elite version, because that was rookie elite version, they use a lot more boost, and so they're going to come down to the pits with you. So there could be the option of you don't get a huge head start because you didn't have to slow down, but they're going to now have a full they're going to have a full boost where you don't. So you gotta play that accordingly. I think in this race, I missed the pits on the first lap, and so I have to kind of block towards the end because I don't have enough boost. And let's talk about that, because when you're boosting in this game, whether you're with your boost or with hitting the bars, the blue bars and stuff like that. This game is very fast. It's fun. It's but if you don't have boost and you're just driving, it is so slow. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're probably thinking at some points that I am like lagging or doing something. It's just that the game goes flying at some points, but then like when you don't have a boost or you don't have a button about it, it goes very slow. So you got to keep that into consideration. Sometimes you're racing and sometimes you are driving. Like there's a difference between racing and driving. So yeah, there's where I missed it. But I like things. I'm trying to go with things that I like, and one thing I like is they kind of gave you when they're doing the point system to not only do these championships, but with the bars, they're using the NASCAR point system. So first place will get 40, second place will get 35, and then going down one. That's a little nod. We can't get a lot of NASCAR in this game because of, like I said, licensing. So it's nice that they put little things in there. It makes you feel like, okay, this is a NASCAR. And again, like I said, I said this earlier, I love these tracks. I like this this Chicago track of being in, it makes you feel like you're in the city like Chicago was. But we're going to have to talk at some point about stuff that, I have issues with. And obviously, like I said, the first issue was the fact that if you're not boosting the entire time, it's so slow. Another thing that this game tends to do, you might have just saw it right there. You will definitely see it in a little bit when we're in Watkins Glen. But the game tends to kind of drive on its own. And I say that not because you don't have full control, but no, there's some points where you'll be driving and you're totally fine, and you don't even say you're just driving in a straight line. There's a point where the car will just absolutely turn to the right or left. It's not as evident in the PC version, but it is absolutely a thing in the Switch version, and hopefully they'll patch that. Hopefully it'll be something that they can fix, but you legitimately just shoot to the right or the left into a wall, and could spin yourself out, and it isn't the easiest thing to to turn yourself around, but that's one thing that needs to be either addressed or it just takes away from the game, is that the ability to just under no power of your own just go right into a wall. It sometimes driving this game, there's one issue. Sometimes driving in this game reminds you of, and I use this analogy, is that when you say you had a little sister or a little brother, or like in my case, my oldest niece was, little when I was a kid, and they wanted to play and you didn't want them to, so you kind of gave them a controller that wasn't hooked up. And, that's what it feels like sometimes in this game, especially when you're hitting jumps, when you're just randomly getting put into a wall on your own. It feels like sometimes you're not driving, like the game is driving for you. And that's not good. That's not a good thing, especially which we're going to talk about in a minute, is the price point of this game. You should be able to have all the control of your car in this game. But yeah, so let's talk about that though. Let's talk about the elephant in this room, and that is this game costs $50 and $40 right now on Steam, in a sale. And I'm sorry, this might be the old man in me saying this, but $50 should be maybe a 6-month-old Forza or Need for Speed or something like that. I've named Gran Turismo, name title. This is Arcade Rush. This is, I would say, like, this is a $20 game that maybe you could boost it up to 30 because you have NASCAR on it. But this in no way should have been a $50 game. If you had put Arcade Rush on the title of this game without NASCAR on it and marketed it as a $50 game, there's legit no way I would have picked it up. Honestly, I probably would have waited for years and would have waited on a sale to get a $9, cost of this game. It's fun at times. It's infuriating at times. Watkins Glen is one that it seems like it's track to track. There are some that are totally fine, and then there are some that have issues. But it should not have come out at $50. I don't know where the thought process of that was, other than the fact that we're going to use the NASCAR name to try to make people buy it. And, hey, good job on you. You got me to do it. But it should not have been a $50 game. I would not suggest anyone buy it at $50. If you find it for $20, down the road, Christmas sale, yes, you could pick it up. It will be fun. It's a good pick up and play. You're not going to get deeply invested into it. I'm going to play it, on my trip to the Jimmy Fund Walk. I'm going to play it here and there, but I'm not going to be like, okay, I'm going to come home from work and I have to play this game. That's not the kind of game it is. So, it's a turnoff that this game cost as much as it did, because it's right on the level with some of the other arcade-ish, the arcade racers that cost half the price of this game, so I don't know. I can't recommend the game at $50. I can, if it was down in the 20 range, I'd say go for it. You might enjoy it. There's things in this game that are awesome, like the tracks. It's just nice looking. I like the ladder system of the power-ups, of their unlockables. But again, there's a rival system that doesn't make any sense, because you could be driving by yourself and all of a sudden you get this new rival. If you rewind this about 10 seconds, you would have literally just seen me turn left for no reason whatsoever. I'm watching the video and I just saw myself turn left for no reason. So that's infuriating. When you're having a good game and you just all of a sudden turn to left or right, you're not going to be happy anymore. So yeah, I wanted to love this game. Now, I didn't come into this with high expectations, because it was the opposite of NASCAR 21. NASCAR 21 gave us like 2 years of updates in social media and this and that, and then disappointed us. This game didn't tell us a single thing other than, hey, we're coming out September 15th. It's called Arcade Rush. That's it. We got like little bits of detail. So I didn't have high expectation coming in, and I did have fun. I am going to play it. It's fine. It's just not for that price. It's not worth it. It's a good little pick up and play game, but other than that, yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna call this stream. I want to thank everybody for watching. Next week we're going to talk about the Boston Marathon Jimmy Fund Walk. I did some research on it. I've done it 2 times already, but that's coming up on October 1st, and I'll be heading to Hopkinton to stay up there for that, and I look forward to it. But we are going to be talking about the talk about the course, talk about what we need to pack and all that, and yeah. And I guess there's a new finish line, which I just researched last night when I was, talking about this video. So that'll be an interesting discussion. So we're going to talk about that next week. And then 2 weeks, we're going to have the video from that event. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And please, if you're new to the channel, please come and join our family hit like and subscribe. We do this one every week. We do pods every week. We do promotion wars every week. A wrestling Booker game that I've been doing for several years now. And then we are trying to get Arcade Paradise going, but unfortunately, I cannot get a new game made. It's just stuck on continue right now. So I'm working on that. Hopefully, we'll have the Arcade Paradise game playthrough in the next week. So till then, I hope you all stay safe, and I hope you all have a great week. Enjoy yourselves, and till next time, we'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye now.